They thought prison had broken him, but they created a monster. They thought he was weak until he came back for blood, and they thought they had gotten away with it until revenge found them. Today, we're counting down 5 brutal revenge movies where the wrong people pushed too far and paid for it in the most ruthless way possible. From prisoners turned into killing machines to dead men who came back to destroy everyone. These movies prove one thing: revenge hits harder when the wrong people choose the wrong target. And trust me, number 1 is absolutely brutal. Starting at number 5, avengement. Kane Burgess isn't just another criminal. He's a man who was betrayed, beaten, and thrown into one of the most violent prisons imaginable. Inside those walls, weakness doesn't survive, and Kane learns that the hard way. Every day, he gets beaten, humiliated, broken. But prison doesn't kill him. It changes him, turns him into something colder, more dangerous, more brutal. And when he finally gets out, he doesn't want peace. He wants revenge, because the people who betrayed him thought prison had erased him. What they didn't realize, they had spent years creating a monster, and now that monster is coming home. This movie is brutal from start to finish. Prison fights, broken bones, underground violence, and a revenge mission that gets bloodier by the minute. If you love movies where a man comes back worse than anyone imagined, Avengement delivers exactly that. But if you think that's brutal, number 4 gets even darker. Bull. Imagine this. A gangster disappears. Everyone assumes he's dead, gone, buried in the past. And life moves on. But what nobody sees coming is that he's still alive. And he's coming back. Not for forgiveness, not for closure, for revenge. Bull is one of those movies that keeps you uncomfortable the entire time. Because this man doesn't return like a hero. He returns like a ghost, cold, silent, and terrifying. The people who betrayed him think the past is over. But one by one, they begin to realize something horrifying. He's back, and he's not leaving anyone untouched. This isn't flashy revenge, this is dark revenge, personal revenge. The kind where every conversation feels dangerous. Every encounter feels like death is waiting around the corner. And the deeper this story goes, the uglier the truth becomes. Bull is revenge with pure tension, and trust me, the ending hits hard. But if dead men coming back for blood isn't enough, number 3 starts a war. Deliver us from evil. A retired hitman wants out. Simple. No more blood, no more violence, no more killing. But of course, life never lets dangerous men walk away peacefully. Because when criminals target someone connected to him, they trigger something deadly, and that's when everything changes. This man doesn't just want revenge, he goes hunting, and once he starts, nobody is safe. This movie is brutal in a different way. Fast, relentless, deadly. Every fight feels personal, every chase feels dangerous, and what makes it even better? The people chasing him are killers too. So this isn't revenge against weak enemies. This is a war between monsters, and that makes every moment feel explosive. One wrong move, and someone dies. This movie doesn't slow down, and once the revenge mission starts, it becomes pure chaos. But if Assassins Going to War sounds intense, number 2 is revenge at its most emotional. Blue Ruin. Now this one is different. No flashy action, no superhero-style domination, just pain, raw pain. A quiet homeless man learns that the person responsible for destroying his family is finally free, and something inside him snaps. He doesn't have training, he doesn't have power, he doesn't even have a plan, but he has rage, and sometimes, rage is enough to start a war. Blue Ruin is revenge stripped down to its ugliest form, because revenge in real life isn't clean, it's messy, terrifying, unpredictable. And this movie captures that perfectly. You keep thinking things will get easier, but they don't. They get worse. Every decision drags him deeper into violence. Every act of revenge creates another problem. And that's what makes this movie so tense. Because revenge here doesn't feel heroic. It feels tragic, dangerous, and completely out of control. Blue Ruin proves that revenge can destroy everyone involved. But if you thought that was dark, number 1 is pure bloodbath. The night comes for us. This movie doesn't ask for your attention. It grabs you by the throat. Ito is a deadly enforcer, a killer who has spent years doing terrible things for dangerous people. But one decision changes everything. He refuses an order. And just like that, his own people turn against him. Now he's being hunted, not by ordinary criminals, by killers, merciless killers. And this is where the movie becomes absolute chaos. Because Ito doesn't run quietly. He fights back. And what follows is one of the most brutal revenge-fueled action movies you'll ever see. Broken bones, blood everywhere, knife fights, gun battles, bodies dropping, and every fight somehow gets crazier than the last. This movie feels like war. And the best part, the people hunting him slowly realize they've made a deadly mistake because the man they're trying to kill might be even worse than they imagined. The Night Comes for Us is not just revenge, it's destruction, pure destruction. And if you want brutal action mixed with betrayal and blood-soaked payback, this movie is impossible to ignore. So there you have it. 5 brutal revenge movies where the wrong people chose the wrong target. From prison monsters, to dead men returning, to assassins starting bloodbaths. These movies prove one thing: revenge is terrifying when the wrong people push too far. But now I want to know, which one are you watching first? And if you know another brutal revenge movie that deserves to be on this list, drop it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Silent Havoc, because around here, revenge always comes back brutal.